side around.
Yeah, baby.
Big bad, let's Boom.
All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for Friday. Football Friday, November 3rd. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your football Friday and your weekend. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by ATScalculator.com. Make sure to follow the ATScalculator.com today. And if you want to check out the forecast of all the games, let's go to the big game this weekend. Miami against Kansas City, and what you want to do is go to the calculator, put in those two teams, create the ATS results. Survey says we do have the home team winning by 3.94, 45.3, and that's how easy it is to use the ATScalculator.com. Also, check out our Twitter feed today. What I'm going to start to do is guess the team, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the top system trends of the day at atsstats.com, and you got to guess which team the stat relates to. For example, today you can see an NHL. Here's the system trend of the day. You got a road underdog over the past 5 seasons who's playing against a non-division opponent just off the 4-game homestand, and they surrendered 5 goals in the last game. They are 19-4 against the point spread. Who does that team involve today and tonight? Well, there's only 2 NHL games, so it'll be easy to figure out. And check it out and subscribe to our Twitter feed right here at atsstats.com on Twitter. All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good night wherever you're located on the World Wide Web. My name is Ron Raymond, a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Cloudy day here in the nation's capital. It's 8 degrees and a little overcast, and we got a high school football game this afternoon. Big game, a 5-0 St. Matt's against 5-0 St. Joe's, and we're going to have a good time this afternoon. And yeah, so bragging rights are on the line, and we'll see what happens today. And yeah, high school football. You got a game on Monday at noon and then a game on Friday at 2 o'clock. Welcome to high school football. All right, got a great show lined up for you guys today. In fact, remember I've been promising you guys, I said, you know, I got a great soundbite that I got to bring into the show here. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to bring it in today. Hey, you don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati.
Will the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, and get them out of here. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati.
Yeah. I got a feeling it's going to be an overkill soundbite day here at the Raymond Report. I like my soundbites. You guys know that, right? But I've been promising you guys. I said I got to get that soundbite in with NFL season. Cleveland and Cincinnati, 2 good Ohio football teams going at it, and that it's just the crowd. The way the crowd gets animated near the end. I just God bless Sam Weish. He was a great coach with the Cincinnati Bengals, and yeah, that was one of the classic sound bites of all time.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. All right, Scottsdale, Arizona's in the house. USA watching today. Yes, freak. And thanks for tuning in today. And you are tuning into the Raymond Report. We do have a live broadcast on Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Got to get my days right. Hey, I made up a new word yesterday. The MCS Club, the SMC Club, the Senior Moment Club. Hey, we can't have too many senior moments here on the live podcast because this is the Raymond Report, and what the Raymond Report brings you is value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a very disciplined money management system. You can find the Raymond Report today at the website. Go to the Learn tab. Then once you get there, go to the Raymond Report system and take 5 minutes to learn a little bit about the fundamentals of sports handicapping. If you are new to sports handicapping and you're not having a lot of fun, because that's the number one rule, right?
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
And the other rule I want to give you guys is always this.
I want winners.
Yeah, and so fun and winners, that's what this show is all about. Hey, that's a pretty good foundation to build your I guess your job or your life around. Hey, having fun and building winners. And the Raymond Report has a top 10 sports betting tip. And if you want to learn more, go to Learn. We got Sports Betting 101. We got a 12-part series on mastering sports betting. If you're new, avoid beginner's mistake. You want to check out that one for sure. If a lot of new people coming into the sports handicapping world, and they put in the first deposit, and then by the week they're done, and they say that was no fun. Hey, there was no fun there.
Can we have fun?
Yeah, you're damn right. We will have fun, and we'll teach you how to be a wiser investor. And always remember, less is more. There's no need to, on a college football Saturday, to have 15, 20 picks. You just need one to be a winner, right? At the end of the day, how many picks you just need to win? You need one. And if you can pick that right pick, you can make it I call it my silver bullet pick. And you can get that today here at atsstats.com. And Gil the Thrill Melendez will be joining us at the bottom of the hour. Gil likes two plays here today. He likes that game in Germany this weekend between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins, and then we'll talk about the next game that he likes. He likes the game between Philly and Dallas. So, you know what? You're going to want to stick around and listen to Gil's take on those two games, and those are pretty high-profile games, eh? And those are two games I think a lot of people will be betting, so you want to hear what Gil... I think you want to hear this, eh? Remember Gary Bettner? That's another soundbite I got to go get, eh? I think you want to hear this when he gets booed all the time. But we'll be talking about that. All right, I forgot... I don't know if I started off with my my Ric Flair this morning here, but it is Friday. It is Football Friday, and we're going to get on with the show. And, Breeders' Cup. Yeah, if you're into the Breeders' Cup, you like to feed the ponies like we always do here at the top of the show. This weekend, it's the Breeders' Cup, and Santa Anita is the place of choice, the place of choice for the Breeders' Cup. And you want to go and check out the Breeders' Cup today. And if you want to get the free tip sheet for the Breeders' Cup, and we got it for you right here. It's all free. Don't you love it? Don't you love free Breeders' Cup tip sheets? Hey, you don't need to pay $10, $20, $50, $100. You can come to atsstats.com, and we will give you, hopefully...
I want winners.
Hopefully we'll give you winners here today. In fact, let's talk about the first winner today at the Breeders' Cup. Hey, got to give the old intro some proper intro here. Get him in and get him out. Yeah, they're off and running today at Santa Anita, home of the Breeders' Cup for 2023. Race number 1 at Santa Anita is a $150,000 stake race, 2:30 post time, 1 mile on the turf, and we are going to recommend in race number 1 today at Santa Anita, 8-2-1, the 8-horse Ashon with Tyler Gaffalione taking a ride on Ashon, 4-1 morning line on the 8-horse. Uncharted, the number 2 horse, Uncharted, with Pereira taking a ride on Uncharted. The number 2 horse is 15-1 morning line, and the number 1 horse, Ace of Clubs, that's a nice name, Ace of Clubs, Frezu taking a ride on Ace of Clubs. The number 1 horse is 4-1 morning line, and your value, your joker play of the day is the 3-horse Lord Bullingdon. Lord Bullingdon Rispoli taking a ride on the 3, 6-1 morning line on Lord Bullingdon. If you're going to play an exacta today at Santa Anita in race number 1, I'm going to recommend 8-2-2-1, 1-3 exacta box. And if you want to go trifecta, 8-2-1, 3-2-1 trifecta. Always remember to box those horses. And if you're going to play the double Dutch betting system, which I love to do every time I go to the ponies, I'm going to take the number 1 horse, Ace of Clubs, and I'm going to put 10 to win, 10 to place on a $20 budget in race number 1. 4-1 morning line. Comes in first, you get paid twice. Comes in second, you get paid twice. And that's a good way to make some money using the double Dutch betting system right here at atsstats.com. And we give you all the races today at Santa Anita. Races 1, 2, I believe there's, 10 races today at Santa Anita. Race 1 to 10 right here for free, atsstats.com. Go to the website, go to horses in the pull-down menu, free tip sheet. Once you get to the free tip sheet page, go to the pull-down menu, go to Santa Anita, and there you go. All the races for free right here at All right, happy racing, happy betting, and let's hopefully all the winners are yours, and let's meet up in the winner's circle today and cash that ticket. All right, got a good show lined up for you guys today. We're going to do the SBI, the Market Value Index. We're going to take a look at the 2 NHL games, the NBA, this new in-game play tournament. I got to read up more on it. I saw it. I remember in the summer they talked about it, and I said, "What's this all about?" I guess they're trying to do like Premier League soccer. In Premier League soccer, they play their Champions League. It seems similar to that, right? They want to play, but they're playing the same team, not another team from another conference or the division. But you know what? I got to give the NBA credit. They're innovating, and they're making the games important in November, which is awesome, right? Because you don't have to wait till the NBA Finals or the playoffs to really a different peak interest, right? Like, yeah, obviously when you're a sports bettor handicapper, your interest is making money and winning your pick. But now you got a different interest of supporting the NBA because you want to see those in-game tournaments. And hey, you know what? It's a good way to it's like a March Madness inside the NBA season, right? So it should be very, very interesting, and we'll keep an eye on that. All right, let's go to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and let's go see which team, or not, which role of situational handicapping is making us money today in the NBA. And this is the NBA right here. And last night, let me see here. Last night, 3-1 for the favorites straight up, 3-1 to the overs, and 2-1-1 when it came to the point spread on the 7-day average. 68.3% of the favorites in the association are winning their game straight up. 59% covering the spread, and then 41% for the underdogs on the spread, and 54-46 when it comes to the over-under. On the season average, 70.3% of the favorites have won, 30% for the underdogs, and the under still carrying the day. But you know what? Look at that. So tight, right? 52 and 47%. The rest are pushes on the over-under. And favorites are covering the spread at a 56.8% clip, and this is why you watch it, because what goes up must come down. So underdogs should be the on the menu when you are handicapping your NBA, NHL games. All right, speaking of NHL, last night in the Bettman circuit, 8-4 for the favorites over the underdogs, 5-7-1 when it comes 5-7 to the over under, and on the puck line 7-5 after a couple of tie days here on the puck line. 7-day average, you can see the favorites on the 7-day average, which looks more resembles more of what you're going to see probably from now on. 65.9%. I think 60% is normally the range where favorites come in at on average when it comes to NHL betting. And when you look at the puck line, 57.7% of the underdogs have won the puck line the last 7 days, and 54.1% of the games have gone over the total. And there you have it. That is your SBI Sports Betting Index report today for November 3rd, 2023. And let's take a look at the Market Value Index. Hey, as we cruise through a football Friday, because we got Gil Melendez at the bottom of the hour, so we want to be on time when Gil comes on. And this way we get to tell you guys the rest of the NBA NHL reports. And in the NBA, look at Boston 4-0, Dallas 4-0, Golden State 4-1, Denver 4-1, New Orleans 4-1, and Philadelphia 3-1. Those are your bullish teams right now. Bullish means, well, we're still early, and normally it goes on a 7-day cycle. So in the high volume sports, in order for a team to be bullish, they got to be 7-0, 6-1, 5-2. And if a team is neutral, they're 4-3, 3-4. And again, we're comparing this just like we do the stock market. And for a team to be bearish, they have to be 0-7, 1-6, or 2-5 in their last 7 games. Washington, Houston, Charlotte, Miami, and Memphis meet that requirement for bearish teams. And all the yellow teams right here, those are teams that are pretty much even Steven, as Seinfeld would have said, or does say. And in his, remember that Even Steven episode? You know, you lose $1, find $1. But those are your lose $1, find $1 type teams right now. And they're all in yellow. And let's take a look at the NHL. And we'll see. Speaking of NHL, the gift that keeps on giving. Hey, where's my soundbite? The gift that just keeps on giving. NHL home favorites coming off a 1-goal loss this season. 9-2. Yep, 9-2 right there for the NHL home favorites. So the gift that just keeps on giving hey, that's what we do right here. It's like Christmas in November, Christmas in September, Christmas in October, or Christmas in hockey season to be hey, for that matter, because yeah, it is good. And 9-2, so yeah, you're welcome. Hey, you're welcome. How come I always give you guys winner and nobody ever thanks us here? Hey, nobody ever makes a comment in the section. I get, yeah, we get some likes, but where's the comments? Like, I think we're helping a lot of people here, right? It would be nice to get like some comments, say, hey, and you know what? It could work the other way too. Like, hey, Raymond, I watched your show and you buried me for 2 weeks. Hey, that might happen too, because nobody's perfect in this world. But the thing we always strive to be over 56% or higher. If there's a number, you obviously you love to to be in the high 80s, but if you can be between 50, I think the average, the key number is 57% to about 57 and higher. You're doing well. If you're at 60%, you're swimming above water, right? You're doing okay. But name of the game is it's pretty easy. The name of the game is where's my
I want winners.
Yeah, that's the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Yeah, Stone Cold said, let's get us some winners. All right, speaking of winners, let's go to the NHL, and let's bring up those 2 hockey games for tonight. And we do have 2 games in the not the association, but where's my, see, I need a director here to control the sound bites. There we go. Let's go to the NHL, and we'll use the rain report for this one. All right, let's go to Philadelphia against the Buffalo Sabres. Go Habs, go. All right, let me see here. Let's go to NHL also. We'll bring up those. I'm going to give you guys a little hint on that Twitter feed question. Yeah, it's the 19-4 against the point spread. Yeah, your team is Philadelphia tonight. There you go. Just gave you guys another winner, hopefully. All right, let's go to the game between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Buffalo Sabres. Now, Sabres coming off a big win over the Flyers, 5-2 against Philly. What's really big about that is they won in Philly. They beat Torts in Philly. And tonight they're going to be in Buffalo. And tonight they're a 172 favorite. The Sabres are 6.5 is the total. And looking at my line on the game, I had the Sabres at minus 114 on the value index. And they're a bit overvalued at 172. So you're overpaying for the Buffalo Sabres. And for the Philadelphia Flyers, you're at plus 152. They should be at plus 103. You're getting really good value on Philly. Philly is 4-6 in their last 10, 7-3 on the puck line. So remember that puck line thing I was telling you about? I think that might be good. But Buffalo's been pretty good on the puck line too. They're also 70%. And the chances of winning this game, look at this. 59.5% for the Sabres, 58.3% for the Flyers. And your Kogo is at a very mediocre 45%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. Philadelphia Flyers. Oh boy, I didn't see this. Where's my Joe Namath right here?
Struggling.
Yeah, 3-game losing streak, while the Sabres now on a 2-game winning streak. And looking at some of the other numbers going into tonight's contest, Buffalo, a little bit of a lead here on the Philadelphia Flyers last 10 games. They are 7-3 straight up and against the point spread. But look at that. 90% of the last 10 games between the Flyers and the Buffalo Sabres have gone over the total. So that's an interesting stat right there. And let me take a look at the probable starting goalies tonight in the game between the Flyers. So you're looking at Devin Levy against Carter Hart. Carter Hart. I think of Corey Hart. Every time I say Carter Hart, I think of Corey Hart. I wear my sunglasses at night. But yeah, let's take a look at the other stats and trends. And okay. Nothing really to write home about here. Played as a home favorite. Yeah, home favorites this year in NHL, 56-33. That's okay. Home teams before division game. So who does the Sabres have on deck? They have a division game on deck here. And they are playing Toronto, at Toronto tomorrow. So that could be a look ahead. Those are always big. The Toronto Buffalo games, because if the game's in Buffalo, all the Toronto fans just go to Buffalo because they can afford the tickets there. You can't afford the tickets at the Scotiabank Arena. What do you mean to $1,200 for second level? What do you mean $800 for third level nosebleeds? Yeah, it's Toronto. All right, let me see here. Home team. So here's another interesting stat. Where's... Show me the money! anytime you got a home team coming off a 5-goal against in their last game, so a team that allowed 5 goals against in their last game, which Philadelphia did, the unders hit 80% this year. And you know what? Meets my 10-game requirement. So anytime I give a system trend, I always want to make sure there's 10 games in volume. So that way it's a credible stat, right? And it will happen? No, but it tells you the trend, what's happening so far in the macro environment of the NHL this season. So NHL road teams coming off a game where they allowed 5 goals against last game, 80%. And when you think about it, a 5-2, what was it, 5-2? So that game went over the total. So the mindset is like, oh, you know what? They can't stop a beach ball. Maybe this game, the coaching staff says, you know what? We got to tighten it up on our own end. And maybe we got an under game here tonight in Buffalo. All right, let's go to the next game between the New Jersey Devils and the St. Louis Blues. Les Blues de St. Louis. New Jersey started the year pretty off slow, right? If you look at the New Jersey season, let me see here. They lost. They won 4-3. Coyotes 4-3. They lost. Then they lost to the Panthers. Then they beat the Islanders. They beat the Habs. They lost to the Capitals. And then they beat the Sabres. And then they beat. Okay, not too bad. It's win one, lose one type thing. So their overall record on the year is 6-3. A little bit better than I thought. I thought they'd be like 500, like 5-4 or 3-3 or type thing. So yeah, you know what? That's a pretty good start for the Devils, better than the St. Louis Blues. The Blues coming off the 2-game losing streak right now. Last game, they lost 4-1 to the Avalanche, and tonight they are a home underdog. Look at that. The Devils, a 149 road favorite. The over-under set here at 6.5. ATS forecast, system play, going to lead with the New Jersey Devils tonight, 3.5 to 2.8. The over-under at 6.4. So we do have this game going under the total. St. Louis, 3-5 in their last 8 games.
Struggling.
1-7 to the under. So wow, you talk about bizarre world. Hey, speaking of Seinfeld, talk about bizarre world. Everything goes under in St. Louis. Everything goes over. The New Jersey Devils have yet to play an under game. Hey, how crazy is that? Holy cow!
Holy cow!
9-0 to the over. Hey, that total should be 7.5 here tonight, just to bring it come down. Kogo's at 47%. That's why the Kogo where it should be, right? You got one scale, you got the total up here, and the other scale, you got the total down there. So what's the Kogo? Kogo's right there at 47%. Hey, that's how the law of average works in the RIM report. This, guys, you know what? I've been here. Where's my broken record? When I went back to redoing the RIM report, I said, okay, you know what's the foundation? What's the fundamentals of the RIM report got to be? Has to be around parity. Because when you're dealing in parity-driven league sports now, in sports leagues, it's all about parity, right? It's all about salary cap. It's all about being even, competitive. And the word competitive means balance. And because that's what the leagues want. They want balance. And the bookmakers, they also want to make sure that they get 100 people in the room. They want 50 on New Jersey, 50 on St. Louis, and they'll find their way to make the money on the juice. But that's the word of the day is competitive balance and parity. That's why everything you see here at the RIM report deals a lot with parity, strength of schedule, Kogo, the chances of winning, 62.5% chance of winning for the Devils tonight. The Devils and St. Louis, though, holy cow.
Struggling.
Big time. 1-9. How come the New Jersey Devils are 1-9 in St. Louis their last 10 games? And the St. Louis Blues, well, you know, let's be honest. St. Louis has been a good team the last 5 years, right? It's just lately, just this season, they've been struggling. And but St. Louis is 7-3 in the last 10 against the New Jersey Devils. So you know what? Maybe puck line. I don't know if I trust the St. Louis Blues on the money line, but maybe the puck line is where I might be leaning. And who's in nets here tonight for? It's Jordan Binnington expected and Akira Schmidt for the New Jersey Devils. And looking at the New Jersey, a little injury prone there these days, eh? Their Hischer's out. So, yeah, they do have some injuries here for the New Jersey Devils. So I think St. Louis, maybe the puck line. Who's they playing tomorrow? St. Louis is playing tomorrow Montreal at home. And then New Jersey will be playing Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks in the Windy City. All right, yeah, you know what? It should be a good game. Here's some of the, let me go to the stats and trends, see if I got any other stats and trends on this game here. And again, go to free reports, NHL, go to the game between the Devils and the St. Louis Blue. The St. Louis Blue, and won't be ringing the bell much this year. You know, after St. Louis, they score, they always ring the bell. Hey, where's my overkill sound bites?
Will the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, and get them out of here? You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati.
I gave you a fair warning. I told you to be overkill sound bites on Friday, right? All right, speaking of stats and trends, look at this. Remember I was telling St. Louis on the puck line? Anytime you got a home underdog playing on a Friday night and they're on 1 day's rest versus a non-conference opponent like New Jersey, and they scored 1 or less goals for last game, they are 21-5, and that goes back to 1996. That's a really good trend. 16-7-3 to the overs. That favors New Jersey for sure. But again, home dogs on Friday nights playing on 1 day's rest against a non-conference opponents, and they scored 1 or less goals last game. 21-5 against the old puck line. Pretty good. Hey, pretty good. All right, let me see here what we got next. We do have the NBA. I'm going to go through this quickly because we're going to have to get to Gil Melendez at the bottom of the hour. So let's go to the computer picks. And let's go to the association, and we'll do a real quick a quick drive-by. Good morning, Ron. Bullpen, like the Alouettes money line over the St. Yeah, you know what? I do like the Alouettes this weekend, and I like Calgary. I like Calgary and the Alouette, Gentil Alouette. Yeah, I do like Montreal this weekend. All right, let's run this down. I like also on the computer picks, I like the Indiana Pacers 112-109 against the Cavaliers. I got the Bucks 116, the New York Knicks 111. I got the Washington Wizards 112, Miami Heat 120, so I got the Heat winning by 8. I got the Chicago Bulls 112, Brooklyn Nets 106. Golden State Warriors taking on the Thunder. I got the Oklahoma City Thunder 111-118. I got the Thunder, actually the Warriors winning over the Thunder 118-111. I got the Memphis Grizzlies 109, Portland 106. Hey, Portland had a pretty good Eastern road trip. They beat the Raptors. They beat the Pistons last game. So yeah, Portland having a good run right now. But we got Memphis in the 2-point favorite. Hey, what is that? What's the line telling us? What's the bookmakers telling us about that line? Dallas and Denver. There's your matchup of the night. Denver coming off that's a woodshed game. They came off a spanking over the T-Wolves, 110-189, while Dallas last game, they beat the Bulls 114-105. And in this game tonight in Denver, we got the Nuggets winning 115-109, the over-under at 225.17. And there you have it, my friends. That's your NBA computer picks, courtesy of the Raymond Report right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's get to
Welcome
Gil
from
Melendez.
Down Sports to the podcast, home of the most favorable pick, sharing knowledge and insight gathered over the past 25 years in the NFL. Situations to look out for, red flags to avoid, and stats that are relevant to help us find that likely cover. Now, here's your sports handicapping host and the curator of NFL angles.
1, 2, 3.
Ron Raymond and Gil Melendez.
There he is, the man, the myth, the
Hello.
legend.
How you doing?
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard my sound bites this morning, but I've been promising the audience bringing that Sam Weiss. Remember, you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Will the next person
Yep.
Can you hear
that
this?
sees anybody
Yeah.
throw anything onto this field, point them out, but get them out of here. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati.
Hey, Sam Weiss was a fired up head coach, man. And so hey, just trying to have fun here at the Rain Report. And how much fun are you having betting on football these days?
Well, we're hanging in there. So we're doing fine.
One hand or two hands?
I'm glad the second half is going to be starting next week, and like I said, I think we're getting a better handle. It's going to be an interesting week this week. These these matchups are going to be good games. There's some good games to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of good games, and I was thinking this morning. I was looking at all the generating the stats, and thinking of last night's game between the Steelers and the Titans, and I've said there's another 7-point game. Like I'd have to do a research this morning to see how many games in the NFL this year have been 7 points or less. And this is why I was talking earlier on the Rain Report, saying, you know what, guys, in parity now, you got to include the chances of winning, the parity, and the competitive balance. Like it just, I don't know if it's you or me, but I just think that all these games in the fourth quarter, a lot, like 60% of the time, you got a shot to cover the spread.
Right.
It's just been that tight.
They're nail biters, and like I said, until that final whistle blows, you're
not safe.
Yeah, it's no rocking chair games.
Yeah, a lot of Pepto games, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but hey, also what's going on this weekend? And I think you're a big fan of the horses, the Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't been following it because I've been really invested in the Circa and and football this year. But don't be mistaken. As soon as football is over, I'm going to be checking out those prep races starting in February.
Yeah, no, same here. I've been looking at the just today generating the stats, and then that's going to be in Santa Anita this year. And the thing I love about these big races, all the best drivers are there. Mm-hmm. the Ortiz and Irad Ortiz and
All Stars.
Yeah, the All Stars. Yeah, all the jockey all star and the best horses too, right? All the best horses are there, so It's gonna be fun. All right, speaking of fun, hey, because that's the happy 3-letter word we like to have here on the show is we like to talk about this game in Germany. Hey,
in Germany,
man, I can't keep up with our where we're going all the time now. We're in England. We're in Germany this week. Now we got the Dolphins. I don't know if Taylor Swift going to make the trip to Germany this weekend, but Kansas City. Kansas City going into this one. Believe it or not, they're I got them as an underdog in this one. I'm seeing maybe the line. Let me see.
Do you?
Hang on.
Kansas City -1.5.
Yeah. So -2. Okay, Kansas City -2. This line, I tell you, this feed we got here sometimes it just drives me nuts. So all right, I got -2 as a line for Kansas City.
Yeah, that's where it looks like a lot of people are on. They like the there's 78% of the tickets are on Kansas City, and 92% are on. The money of that is
92. Wow.
Right, as of right now. So, but I think this is pretty crazy. I mean, I haven't heard much, listening to all the, radio stations and my, the news, sports news reports. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about that Kansas City is off 3 consecutive division games. Now, this is their second road game too, which is the second consecutive road is over the pond in Germany. So I think Kansas City's in a tough situation here. Coming off those 3 divisions, and now they're playing an interconference game, which they haven't, there's no angles to look at because these teams only meet once every 3 years.
Yep.
So what we got to look at is what is the, each individual team and look at it that way. Miami's going to have an edge on the offense. They're scoring an additional 10 points per game than Kansas City. However, we know that Miami's defense can be pretty, can give up more points. But when you look at the numbers on average, they're only giving up an additional 42 yards per game, whereas Miami has an additional 72 yards a game per game. So, but when I was looking deeper into this, 2 things stuck out. The red zone scoring percentage, 74% of the time Miami's is scoring, and when they're in the red zone. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas Kansas City is at 51%. So you got 3/4 versus a half, right? And so I like the fact that I like the scoring. Some of the other situations, Teron Armstead was practicing, and he's expected to be back this week, which would help with Tua getting some extra, getting that extra second or two to take care of plays.
Yep.
And so I think Kansas City is going to come off a little flat with these 3 division games, taking this long trip to to Germany, and I think it's going to feel more like a Super Bowl exhibition game for them, and they're going to be looking forward to their bye next week. But I think McDaniels, he left early, just like Jacksonville and Baltimore. So they get out there, they get acclimated, both of those teams left early, and both of those teams won and covered. So I seem like I'm on the island by myself, but I like Miami plus the 1.5 or plus 2 would be better. And I think they have a chance just to really be more prepared and win outright.
Yeah, a couple of things in there to you want to dissect is both teams coming off a bye, and for Kansas City they got another tough
both teams going into a bye.
Going into the bye next week, and then you look at the Kansas City, they got a big look-ahead game against the Eagles in 2 weeks. So, 3 division games, and then you go to Germany, and you're playing a Miami Dolphins offense that could score at any time in 3 plays, right? When you got Tyreek Hill, and the Tyreek Hill angle here, right? Facing his former teammates. And Kansas City, the one thing with Kansas City, they're a different offense without Tyreek Hill the last 2 years. They're really geared toward the tight end and the running game, but the deep threat hasn't been there like it has when Tyreek Hill was there, right? Those explosive plays.
Right. And that may be the 10-point difference on offense.
Yeah.
They have 10 more points per game.
Yeah. It just seems to me the Kansas City offense is not running on all cylinders every game. Like there's moments in a game where Kansas City will struggle, and it's like, and then Patrick Mahomes finds a way to keep it close or win the game. But the only thing I don't like about Miami though is when they ever play teams with a 60% higher record, they're not that good. Like they beat the beatables, like the average teams and the below average. But whenever they face A-type teams, they're 1-9 in the last 10. So that's the only concern I have with Miami this weekend. It's really who's going to show up.
Right, and you're correct, and that's why I'll take the points. And I think McDaniels, again, is going to want this game. He's going to want to show that he is a caliber team with the Kansas and the Philadelphia's, and so I really do think that he's going to be more prepared than Reed after those 3 division, games. He's going to be, they're going to go out to Germany and like you said, they're going to just try to get through the game, get to their bye. They don't, and I think Miami's going to jump on that and get the edge.
Yeah, and the thing too with McDaniels, he faced Belichick. He's got his number. He's got Belichick's number for some reason, and now he's going to another head coach, a good head-to-head matchup with Andy Reid, right? So, for a young coach like McDaniels coming in, this is a good test for him. Facing 2 legends, right? So I'm not sure where I'm leaning on this game. Like I hate going against Patrick Mahomes, especially when Kelsey's in the lineup. If Kelsey's not in the lineup, it's an easy one. But whenever Kelsey's in the lineup, I like where you're going with Miami. They have looked good. Like when you look at the Miami Dolphin games this year, all right, so you look at last week, nice win over the Patriots. They lost to the Eagles, an A-type team. They beat up the Panthers. The Giants 31-0. The Bills, they lost. So that's my only concern. But I don't hate the pick. I really don't. Because I like this when Miami's on. When they're on, they're on. Like they're tough to beat. And because you got Tyreek Hill, you can be on your own 20. And in 3 plays, you're in field goal range. Right. It's just that, So, but I'm not sure where I'm leaning on that. So, bottom line, I'll be on the fence on this one. I don't think I'm going to touch it, but we'll for counting purposes.
Right. Yeah. Well, the key, with this is the percent of money coming in from today until kickoff. So again, I have to get my pick in tomorrow morning for the contest.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna love if I could see that 8% of money jump up to 18 to 22 23. But if we can get that money into the 40 percentile by kickoff, then I would really, really feel comfortable. Yeah, if it stays in the 20 percentile, and then it'll, I wouldn't feel as comfortable. But I still like the situation. I still like Miami in the situation, getting out there early. And those 3 division games, it's hard on the body for those 3 division games, and then big boys don't travel well, sitting in a plane for 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So,
you know what? It fits right into that uncomfortable pick for me, but it's either way. I think you're on the. I hope you're on the right side. I don't know what side I'm on that game.
Right.
All right, let's talk about Hey, and you didn't pick the easy games. I got to give you credit there. You're going full out there and picking the highlight games here. All right, the public games, right? Dallas taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles a 3-point favorite over the Cowboys. Another division game right here in Philly where they boo Santa Claus. 45.5 is the total. The Eagles last week coming off a 38-31 win over the Commanders. Really a gut check win, right? I think they really underestimated the Commanders last week, and Washington just really went toe-to-toe with them. And then the Cowboys, easy win over the Rams. Rams, just a lot of mistakes and blown coverages for the Rams, like just fundamental mistakes you don't make in the NFL. And you looked at McVay last week on the sideline. He's like, what are we doing? Like, how do we blow like high school coverages like this? Like, it was unbelievable. 43-20 was the final. But looks like you will see here. You got looks like you're leaning with the home team in this one.
Yeah, I'm leaning on Philadelphia. I like their momentum. Philadelphia is a more disciplined team, and they're ranked second in penalties per game, while Dallas is 29th. Dallas quickly unravels. If Philadelphia can jump out in front, I think they'll stay out in front. And I'm not a McCarthy fan, as we discussed earlier.
Yep.
Right now Philadelphia is 2-0 in the division, whereas Dallas is 1-0 in the division. So this will, if Philly allows them to come into their home and win, they're both, they're going to have Dallas will be 2-0. In the division, and I don't think Philadelphia is going to want to allow that at home. Historically, in my notes, that away teams are 3-15 against the spread in Game 9 when playing on back-to-back wins. That falls into that situation. Plus, this is a division game. I'm all the the statistics. Everything seems to be 2 percentage points away. There's nothing really going to separate these two. I just like the home team, and I just like the division game, and I think Philadelphia is going to come out and be more disciplined.
Yeah, I like that pick. I'm with you on that one. Dallas falls into that Miami thing where they play good teams. Like, these teams like Dallas, they beat up the beatables, but when they get to the bullies, then they struggle. 3-7 the last 10 against the A-type teams. And I'm trying to pull up a stat to see how Dallas does on the road against division teams. So Dallas on the road, division opponent. I'm going to see if I can bring that up. I'll bring it up in a second there. But let me see what else I got here. Dallas coming off that big win. Yeah, you know what? I'm with you on that one. I do like the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that's a good play. And Philadelphia, to me, they're a Super Bowl type team. I think they can go back to the Super Bowl. Now that San Francisco is in a hiccup, San Francisco's got to figure some things out on offense. They got a great defense. Philadelphia is just a well-rounded team in my view. Well coached. The special teams are good, and I got them at -3 right there, fair market value, and a 55% chance of winning. So I'm with you in this one, Gil. I'm taking the Eagles as well.
Yeah, we will see. Then we have Cleveland Browns in the Survivor, so we're still alive there. If we get past this week, we have 9 more weeks to go.
Oh, you got the you're taking the Cleveland this week in the Survivor?
Yeah, I'm going to take Cleveland. I have New Orleans or Atlanta. I know those 3 are the ones that are going to be the top 3, but I'm going to take.
Everybody's beating up on Arizona, eh?
Right. Yeah. Right. I think right at this point now, it's you have so little, and it's going to be, just as long as the refs keep the game fair, and there's no, ridiculous turnovers. Those are the games you want to stay away with from on Survivor.
Now, in your experience in these Survivor pools, when do you start seeing like it gets really serious? What week?
Really, it's like you get week past 5, and then if you get week past week 9, those 2 weeks seem to be the key weeks. I think week 11, there's 2 weeks coming up. I got to double check. I think one is 11, whereas most of the bigger teams are already been played. So there's going to be a few people on, I think that's going to be my week. I have Kansas City saved for that, week 11. So if Kansas City, and I think, there'll be a few less people on that.
Yeah.
So if those people who are picking those less, I think there'll be a lot more people getting it kicked out, losing those closer games. So, and there's another week like that too. I can't remember, but if I could get past week 9, week 11, then hopefully, again,
survive.
Hopefully stay lucky.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, hence the word survival. All right. All right, Gil. Hey, speaking of the surviving and winners, and that's what the fans here at the Raymond Report want. They want to know more about where they can get the double coverage report.
Yeah.
And
mostly right here on this show right here, Mondays and Fridays. I'm going to be giving most of my information out. I'm going to be in the second half. I'm going to be doing some other promotions or some things that I'm trying to get creative with. So we'll see that on Frogtown Sports start week 10.
Okay. And the next update will be this morning after the show, I guess, 10 a.m. for your double coverage report.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's Sunday at 12, Sunday at 7, Monday morning, we'll talk about the weekend. And then you'll have another one right before kickoff with your Monday at 7 final update. Awesome. All right, buddy. Hey, have yourself a great weekend, and good luck with your 2 selections, and good luck with the Survivor and the Circa. And we'll catch you back here on Monday.
Good luck.
All right, buddy. Take care. All right, folks, that is Gil Melendez of frogtownsports.com. And again, you can get the double coverage report right here at the website, frogtownsports.com. And Gil comes on the show every Monday and Friday, gives you guys some winners. And hopefully Gil has a great weekend this weekend for you guys. I'm just not sure that Miami game for me, if I have a confidence, I'm not going to touch that game. Because I just, like I told Gil, to me, the deep threat, and you got Tyreek Hill on the other side. But, hey, you know what? We wish Gil all the best with that selection. All right, speaking of selection, let's go to the Raymond Report 80% Club stats, courtesy of your good friends right here at atsstats.com.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
It's not silly, because we are talking about the 80% Club stats, and the 80% Club stats are brought to you by the website right here at atsstats.com. And did you know when the Kansas City Chiefs are a home favorite, a total of 47.5 to 51, they're 15-0 and 12-3 against the point spread. Also, the New York Jets in the, let me see here. Let's go down to this one right here. Cincinnati. Hey, now that I got that soundbite, I don't want to overkill it though. Cincinnati is a home team last 4 years, coming off a road win, 9-1 straight up, and 8-2 against the point spread. Pittsburgh Steelers, yeah, they were a good one last night. Well, now that they won, but should have told you guys this one yesterday. But it's here, so it's on the website. So we're not telling you guys something you didn't already know yesterday. Steelers home favorite versus conference opponent off a game loss. They're 8-10. Their last loss was from 8-10 point loss, 10-0, now 11-0. Let me see here. Any more? Yeah, we had a lot of Steelers yesterday, eh? Carolina Panthers. Oh, let's see if they can go back-to-back here. Anytime they're picking the -3 underdog before a non-division game, coming off an AFC division opponent, 12-0 straight up, 11-0-1 against the point spread. So, yeah, take your Pepto-Bismol if you like them and go for it. Miami Dolphins is picking the -3 favorite. No, they're not favorite. I got to fix that. Let me check the other one, random stats. Baltimore Ravens as a home favorite on 6 days rest during the month of November. 37-9 straight up, 29-13-6. So anytime you see green stats, those are stars. Those are stats that are 60% or higher. If you see blue stars, that's the 80% club, right? New Orleans as a 7-9.5 favorite during week 8 to 12 during the month of November, 10-1 straight up, and that goes back to 1983. Packers a home favorite on 6 days rest, month of November, 33-8, courtesy of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. And my Buffalo Bills. Let's stay off the side and go to the totals for the Bills. And anytime the Bills are picking the +3 road underdog versus a conference opponent, week 8 to 12, 10-2 to the under, and those are your 80% club stats, courtesy of the Raymond Report. Again, folks, you can get the Raymond Report right now at a 25% discount. Use promo code OCT23, just like you see right here, OCT23, and get 25% off your next membership right here at ATSstats.com. Liking the Vikings rookie shocked the doubters against the Falcons, says Daryl Turner and his other brother Daryl. And you know what? He also likes the over in Arizona Cleveland game if Kyler Murray and Deshaun Watson play. Opinions on Bills spread and over. And let's take a quick look at the Bills game this weekend and the Buffalo Bills. Let me see here. Let's go to Buffalo on the road in Cincinnati. Hey, you don't live in Cincinnati.
Will the next person that sees anybody...
All right, Buffalo. You know what? I think, this is going to be a tough game for Buffalo. I think Cincinnati, they got their groove back. They're on a 3-game win streak. I think Joe Burrow has more trust in his injury now. You know, when players get injured and they don't trust their, when they're rehabbing and then they're healing, and once a player doesn't think he can go 100%, I think Joe now is 100% on that calf muscle, and he's looking really good. I got the Bills winning here on the computer pick. And what is the let me see what the bookmakers have on the line on this game. The Bills and Cincinnati. Let me see. That'll be it's a night game too, right? So it'll be a night game, and -2 for Cincinnati. I got -2 now for Cincinnati. I'm a Bills fan. I wouldn't go against Joe Burrows this weekend. I think the Bengals are the play this weekend. Hate to say it, but we'll see what happens right there. All right, there you have it. And CFL action this weekend. And let's go to the computer picks for Canadian Football League fans this weekend. You got division semifinals. You got Hamilton taking on the Alouettes. Montreal, a 3.5-point favorite. I got 26-23 the final, 49.2 is the total. So we do have that game going over the total. And my game of the week, take Calgary +6. Calgary +6 against the BC Lions, even though the computer pick has 24-23, but they do have the Stampeders covering the spread at +6. I think +6 is a gift. All right, folks, have yourself a great weekend. I'll be back on Monday with Gil the Thrill Melendez to talk about the weekend, and hopefully we talk about winners, right?
I want winners.
And on that note, have a good weekend. I'll see you back on Monday. Cheers.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball. To be the man, you gotta be the man.
Joe owned the Chiefs.
Owns.
Owns.
I don't know.
Struggling. Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Straight cash, homie.
Holy cow!
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here? Woo! If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
That's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.
Hey, baby!